needs no introduction. He started with his political career in 1976 when he joined the ABVP. Ever since, he has held various portfolios, both at the state level as well as at national level. Be it the Rural Development and Panchayat Raj portfolio in 2014, the Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation in 2017, or his current portfolio of Road Transport and Highways and MSME. Mr. Gadkari has brought about hard hitting and perceptible on ground changes and has earned himself the distinction of being a visionary and a deft executor of policies. He has been upheld as a man of the masses, an accomplished social reformer, an adroit statesman, and a skilled administrator. Sir, under your leadership, the MSME, that is one of the most challenging portfolios, has seen monumental growth. We are extremely grateful to you for deigning to spare your valuable time and joining us today for this discussion. I would now like to call upon our National President of Wikiflow, Mrs. Jahanvi Fukan, to give the welcome address. Mrs. Fukan is the first national president from the Northeast. She's an entrepreneur and a co-founder of two national tourism winning award companies. Passionate about women's empowerment, she strongly advocates and tirelessly works towards building sustainable livelihoods for women's economic upliftment. Her vision of one flow has ensured that all 17 chapters of flow come together in these unprecedented times and work towards our goal to use our power to empower and make a difference. Over to you, Janvi. Thank you, Jahanvi ji. During the COVID crisis and the lockdown, we have seen a shift in the way we conduct business. It has changed like never before, with our MSMEs and retailers facing the major brunt. The MSMEs today are facing countless obstacles, ranging from finding the required labor and finance to the supplies, and most importantly, the diminishing demand for their product and services. But their strength lies in their resilience and ability to adapt to the ever changing needs of the society. I would now like to invite Honorable Minister to please address our floor members on how the government policies will enable women entrepreneurs and ensure the revival, survival, and rise of MSME.
Honorable President of Wiki Ladies Organization, Janavi Fukan, all respectable dignitaries and dear friends. This is very crucial time. We are facing the big problem of COVID-19. That is one of the reasons that we are all in facing day-to-day lot of problems. But not only we are facing this problem, the whole world is facing this problem. I am confident that presently our society, our country needs positivity and self-confidence. Because there is a lot of fear, frustration, negativity that is going to create more complications. This is the time for the country, for the society, and for the all stakeholders like you to create positivity and self-confidence in the mind of the people. I am confident that 100% we are going to win this war. Actually, the country before 47 and after 47, we already faced a lot of problems. 3 times war with Pakistan, 1 time war with China. We faced the problem of terrorism. We faced the crucial problem of Maoist Naxalwad. Many natural calamities, floods, and lot of problems where our whole society faced a lot of problems still. The history indicates that we will win over the problem and go ahead. And exactly this is the spirit we need for that. But at the fight with COVID-19, we are also fighting with economic war. And presently, our all sectors are facing a lot of crisis. Our MSME, our industries are in problem. Our laborers, migrant laborers, they are also facing the problems. Our financial institutions like bank, NBFCs, they are also facing crucial problems. Some of the state government, they don't have even money to pay the salary for the next month. And the revenue of central government is also dropped. So there are various problems we are facing. But India is the fastest growing economy. And with positivity and self-confidence, and with the cooperation from the stakeholders like you, I'm confident that 100% we are going to win this war against COVID-19 and economic war also. Presently, in MSME, in India, GDP growth, 30% of the growth coming from MSME. Out of our export, 48% export is from MSME. And up till now, we have already created 11 crore jobs. And this is a very important contribution of MSME towards eradication of poverty. In the rural area, agriculture, tribal, 115 aspirant districts, everywhere, the small entrepreneurs are doing excellent jobs. I know that they are facing a lot of problems, a lot of difficulties, but still they are struggling and they are doing excellent job for the country. Presently, our village industries turnover is up to the end of last March is 88,000 crore. And now our priority is that how we can give more priority for development for rural agriculture, tribal, and particularly 115 aspirant districts, where we need to more concentration. Actually, 15-20 days before, I have one program with Amazon, and actually the people, Amazon people was telling me their export from Indian MSME is 60,000 crore. And I suggest them that next 2 years, you try your level best to make it 5 lakhs crore. So in handloom, handicrafts, village industries, there is a lot of potential, khadi denim, khadi, silk, which are already, we have got a highest reputation in the world for our products. But we need to have good designs, good quality, and at the same time, we need to reduce the logistic cost. We are trying our level best at how we can reduce the logistic cost, power cost, labor cost, and improve the quality without compromise with the quality. We need to reduce this cost. For that reason, we need to have upgradation in technology. That is very important. I know that many successful women entrepreneurs are doing excellent jobs, but we need research. At the same time, we need upgradation in the technology for giving good quality products. I feel that the innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology, research, skill, and science, technology, research, skill, this is, we name it as a knowledge. The successful practices, even we name it as a knowledge, and conversion of knowledge into wealth is the future. Either you have any small business, either you have restaurant or everything, whatever it may be. There may be good furniture, there may be good interior decoration, but ultimately the quality of food related with the chef. And if you have a good quality, 100% you will get good business. So somehow we need to try for good designing, good quality, innovation, and that is very important. For that reason, we need to have constantly research, and that is innovative approach for research and technology is very important. Today, we have got huge potential. Though we are facing problems because of COVID-19, there are blessing in disguise also. The whole world now shifting towards new center for their requirement. The India is the best destiny. We have got already big population, skilled, talented, young manpower, at the same time availability of raw material. We are constantly improving our infrastructure because for development of industry and business, we need water, power, transport, and communication. Without that, we cannot develop industry. So now this is the time we are already doing excellent job as far as our infrastructure development is concerned. We have already increased the capacity of our ports, efficiency of ports. They are doing excellent jobs. They are getting good profits. We are making new innovation in waterways. Even also we are making big express highways, 22 green express highway. Well, I am confident that this is going to change the logistic cost. As compared with logistic cost in USA and European countries 12%. In China it is 8% and India it is 18%. Somewhere we need to reduce logistic cost. That is very important. And particularly women entrepreneurs, I will request you. There is a huge potential in the agriculture, rural, tribal for village industries. I request you that specially give your more attention, that I know a lot of people doing excellent job by using the different type of material which is available in forest. and making a lot of good products from that. We can make good furniture. Product designing is very important. We can make lot of products from bamboo. Now the textile, now from furniture, achar, everything we can make it from bamboo. So everywhere the raw material is available. The agro processing industry also has got a huge potential. The organic farming is the new vision where 100% we have got lot of potential in for the export. Our silk, our khadi denim, khadi, everywhere in the world is very popular. Our Banaras silk, particularly, it is also very popular. We need to make more research and more product designing of international quality, and that is very important. Regarding the women entrepreneurs, already government has given lot of schemes. We have for general categories subsidy is 25%, and in rural area, and 15% in urban areas, and for special categories including women, SC, ST, and OBC, physical handicap, NER, hill and border areas, the subsidy is 35% in rural area and 25% in urban areas. Personal contribution is 5% of project cost for special category and 10% for general category. More than 30% women micro enterprises are assisted under PM EGP every year. Now, actually, one of the important historical decision which is taken by the government related with the definition of MSME. That was very important. From last 14 years, there was a lot of discussion related with the definition of MSME. First time, we have already changed the definition. Previously, there was a classification between manufacturing enterprises and service enterprises. Now there is only one category, that is manufacturing and services. For micro, the previously investment was 25 lakh. Now we have increased it up to 1 crore. And investment turnover, where actually the investment in plant and machinery or equipment, that is to be as investment, and turnover was 10 lakh. Now we have increased it up to 5 crore. For the small industries, the previous criteria investment was 5 crore. Now we have taken it to 10 crore, and turnover was 2 crore. We have taken it as 50 crore. Now in medium industries also, the investment was 10 crore. Now we have taken it as a 50 crore, and turnover was 5 crore. We have taken it as a 250 crore, and export turnover is excluded. So majority people, they will get the advantage of MSME now. My suggestion is, this is the time that we need to have a good technology, good packaging, and punctuality, delivery on time. I am confident that a lot of women entrepreneurs doing excellent jobs. But the organization like FICCI, where I will request you, you should give detailed information related with the manufacturing process, new technologies, related information with marketing, because that is very important. And at the same time, how we can reduce the cost, how we can easily make available the material which they need for that. Actually, here we need to have more training and more education as far as the production is concerned. The skilled manpower is important strength for the country. And I feel that our women entrepreneurs are doing excellent jobs. Now we are also planning. Still, it is not confirmed now because we need to take approval from the finance ministry and the highest authority. But 15 days before, I have a discussion with Muhammad Yunus, the Nobel Puraskar awardee from Bangladesh. And he given us an idea about social microfinance institution, where we can finance up to 10 lakh rupees to women self-help group and different type of small people. And with a very, very simple procedure, You can register and you will get the license from the Reserve Bank, and you can accept the deposits and giving loan to the small people. And this type of mechanism we are now developing for for social micro small institutions with a very simple procedure without a tapism. Actually, we are now on the work already we are doing. Niti Aayog is taking initiative in it. And on the basis of that, we will formulate the policy by which within 3 days, our ladies entrepreneur will get finance. All the small people will get the finance. Actually, the idea is how we can create more employment potential in the rural area, how we can develop agro processing industries, how we can give more priority to handloom, handicrafts, and different type of work, particularly in the rural agriculture and tribal area. So where we need to have giving more priority for that. And exactly we need to develop village industry where we are trying to give maximum benefits, because you know the what type of problems we are already facing, particularly Delhi, Noida and Gurgaon. There is a lot of problems. Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, Calcutta. So the once upon a time, 85% of the population belongs to rural area. Now it comes to 65%. But actually the same time, the urban problem also we are facing. So we need to develop industrial clusters. We are making big express highway, green highways, now planning to develop industrial clusters, smart cities, smart villages, logistic parks, and with water, power, transport, and communication, everything will be there. On the same, we are trying to give them connectivity to ports, airports, and railway stations. So 100% we can develop smart cities and smart villages. This is the new idea. And my suggestion is for this new vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat, where exactly we need to reduce our imports and increase our exports. That is exactly the most important concern for Indian economy. And for that reason, we need to have a good products, good designs, good quality, good packaging, and delivery on time, that is punctuality, by which we can get good market, particularly exports. That is very important for the country, by which we can not only strengthen Indian economy, but we can create employment potential and to increase GDP per capita income. Ultimately, the goal is eradication of poverty. Without employment, we cannot eradicate the poverty. So this is the time for the country that we need to encourage the entrepreneurs like scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, entrepreneurs in rural area, agriculture area, tribal area, forest area. And at the same time, we need to support ladies entrepreneurs. I know that you have got a lot of potential. Government is giving special priority already to women entrepreneurs for particularly government purchase. And I feel that there is a huge potential. So the vision is very important. I always say to the people that you can donate I, but you cannot donate vision. Appropriate vision for your business is very important. Already because of the new technology, the internet, you have a very great exposure. You can easily understand what is going to happen in the different part of the world, how people are developing their products, what type of quality, what type of designs. On the basis of that, we can develop. So this is the time for Indian industry, Indian entrepreneurs to take the advantage of the world economic situation. I always tell it that this is blessing in disguise. In my experience, I always see that there are some people who convert problems into opportunities, and there are some people who convert opportunities into the problems. So we are facing problem, but government is with you. We need to have a cooperation, coordination, and communication between the all stakeholders. Everyone is in problem, and we have to create positivity and self-confidence in the mind of the people to fight against COVID-19, at the same time fight this economic war. And I'm confident that we are going to win this war. This is the history. Every time our country proves that we have got all type of ability and potential to win this war. So people like you, your role is very, very important. So this is a crucial time, but I know that with your talent, with your vision, with your technology, with your entrepreneurship, you are fully capable and you will definitely going to march ahead. So definitely the government in this crucial period is with you. We have declared, Prime Minister has declared the package of 20 lakh crore. Today we have giving MSME 3 lakh 70,000 crore package. 3 lakh crore we are giving to MSME as a 20% loan, collateral free loan to the MSME. At the same time, we are supporting now for making restructure also, we are giving support. Yesterday, Reserve Bank has declared the policy. Fund of fund is there by which we can raise fund from the capital market where government is going to give you equity fund or going to capital market. Before that, government will give the fund by which you can go to capital market. There is a huge possibility people are interested either from USA, European countries, even from Dubai, Australia, Canada, everywhere. I have got a lot of interaction with them because they want to invest in Indian MSME, Indian NBFCs, Indian banks, because the returns are good as compared with the world. Our returns are very good. So a lot of people are keenly interested to invest in India. So we can make joint venture. We can upgrade the technology by taking advantage of all this situation. We can increase our export, but at the same time, we should have a very much commitment for quality. Because without quality, without good designing, without quality design and with good packaging and punctuality, you cannot get market. So this is a time that always I feel that this is blessing in disguise. The whole world economy is now in search of new destinies. You know the world situation, how the people are thinking. And with the manpower, India is the definitely 100% a appropriate destiny for these people. So this is the time that we need to take the advantage of all the situation and positivity, and with self-confidence, we need to march ahead. So I'm really happy the way in which you are encouraging ladies entrepreneurs. We are very supportive. Whatever your suggestions, whatever your problems, you can kindly give it to us. We have a portal named as Champion. There, anywhere you have facing any type of problem related to MSME, kindly put up your problem on the portal. We will take the cognizance of it and we will resolve that problem. I'm personally taking the review of all these things. In the policy matter also, you need some help from us. We are ready. We are very transparent, time bound, result oriented, and corruption free. So now our idea is to make everything digitalized. We are working on the system that you don't need to come to office. Even you can, with your computer, you can present everything. And at the same time, we need to frame the policy by which how it can be possible for all of you to take advantage of the situation and march ahead. Now, as a government, we are taking a lot of decisions. We are with you. And I am confident that with your cooperation, 100% we are going to make Indian economy of $5 trillion and 100 lakh crore infrastructure, which is the dream of our Prime Minister. And I'm confident that we will succeed in it. In this program, I'm again giving my all best wishes to all of you. Be safe. And again, thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you, Gadkari ji. That was an extremely insightful and inspiring talk. It did bring to light a number of policies and steps the government is taking to resolve the hardships faced by MSMEs today. Your suggestions on training and education have been noted, and we at Flow will do our best to enforce upon this. Sir, while the government has been very proactive and ever ready to lend a helping hand, we at Flow, as India's largest women entrepreneur organization, decided to bring to your notice issues that our states are facing, presented by our various city chapters, who today will be the spokespersons for their respective states. I hope this roundtable discussion would be a stepping stone for a fruitful partnership between MSME Ministry and Flow. With your permission, I would like to invite Rinku Mecheri, Chairperson Flow Chennai, to ask the first question.
Thank you, Aarti, and Namaste, Mantriji. Tamil Nadu has topped the list in MSME loan disbursements from the centre, and there's really been a sincere effort to revive this sector in Chennai. However, there are some concerns. When it comes to the bank managers, there is high skepticism about extending financial support to the MSMEs, and the rate of interest is way too high for small entrepreneurs to avail the loans. Can something be done to change this?
Interested. Actually, my suggestion is why you cannot put up your problem on Champion related with the bank problems. So actually, I already give the idea about social microfinance organization like Bangladesh, where they can finance up to 10 lakh rupees for the small women entrepreneur or small people. That finance will be easily available for them. Where we are working on the scheme. Regarding present problem with the banks, kindly you can refer it to the Champion, that our website is there, web portal. We will 100% go into the details and find out how we can resolve your problems. Regarding interest cost, now already the interest cost is reducing, but presently as a MSME, you have got some concessions. But for the future, we can think about it, that how we can give more concession to the women entrepreneurs. But presently, we don't have any scheme for that.
Thank you, sir.
2% interest submission is already there to all type of MSMEs. That is also the advantage for you. You will get from that.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We will put forward all our questions related to finance on the Champion website. Sir, also, my next question is from Juhi Sabu, Flow Chairperson, Northeast. Juhi?
Thank you, Aarti. Namaste, Honorable Minister, sir. Sir, like you mentioned, there has been a proactive reach from your end to give the e-commerce a real boost in the MSME sector through the push to Amazon. However, how can the real small enterprises really look at this as an opportunity, like you mentioned, and take it forward to benefit from the same? One was this, and another one thing was, there are many such similar e-commerce platforms, sir. What can they do to bring a similar push for the MSMEs to gain from the same?
Actually, we are planning for making of e-commerce portal also, but the procedure is actually it is delayed. But we will make it as early as possible. My suggestion to you, from the FICCI wing, why you are not launching your one web portal for women entrepreneurs, those who are making special type of products, and that can be also very supportive for you, and people will take the advantage of this, and you will get good market. But when if you have any idea about marketing, actually after COVID-19, the situation is good. You come to Delhi and give us idea that how we can be helpful for you to support for the marketing. But particularly in the area, I feel that there is a lot of market potential, but we need good quality, good packaging, and reasonable cost. But at the same time now, Amazon is also there, and they are taking lot of MSME products. My one of the suggestion to you, you register your products on different e-platform. We are also try to make it this marketing e-platform in the ministry, and where we will register you, and that will be advantage for you to get the good market potential from that. But still, if you have any good idea that government is in a position to support you, give us to us, we will think on it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That was an excellent suggestion on launching our own web portal with FICCI Flow for women entrepreneurs. I would just like to also welcome Dilip Shenoy, SG FICCI, for also joining us. Welcome, sir. Gadkari ji, our next question is from Dharitri Patnaik, Chairperson, Flow Bhubaneswar. Dharitri, over to you.
Although many relief packages have been announced by the government, financial support is one of the main reasons why MSMEs are the hardest hit. A big contribution to the financial distress of the MSMEs is the non-payment of dues by public sector companies. A recent study showed that 94% of the 1,819 crores due to the MSMEs is from the public sector companies. Does your ministry have any policies or procedures through which we can ensure that the companies pay on time? I know there was a notification and we've been quoting that notification, but nothing has come of it. Thank you.
Already the state government ministries and state government undertakings, public undertaking, central government ministries and central undertaking, already government has issued the order. Regarding state government, I have requested the chief minister to issue the order. Regarding central government and central government ministry and public undertaking, if you have any complaint, already in my knowledge, a lot of problems are already resolved. But suppose if you have any problem with the central government public undertaking, kindly you take the advantage of Samadhan portal, where you can register yourself and put up your problem there. We will go into the details and make the inquiry and we will resolve the issue. This is a very important issue related with MSME. But this is also a crucial time, not an appropriate time to make any stagnant law for that. But we are now thinking on the line that in due course of time, after this period, we will formulate the policy and we will make the law by which it will be mandatory for the MSME, particularly to get their payments from public sector undertaking and ministries and due course of time. So this is an important issue. We are very cautious and sensitive about this issue. We will resolve this problem and we are trying to resolve this problem with our portal also. Still, my suggestion is if you have a problem, kindly approach to our portal where we will try our level best to resolve your problem.
Thank you, sir. So my next question is from Kritika Balaji, Flow Chairperson, Coimbatore.
Namaste, Mantriji. Government's increase of emergency COVID line guarantee scheme as per the threshold of MSME from the turnover of 100 crore to 250 crore is really laudable. Also, thank you for the social microfinance institution. So you may be aware, Coimbatore is an industrial self-made city. Many industries fall under the micro and small sector space, especially the women-owned enterprises. My query is it possible to earmark a certain percentage of the 3 lakh crore ECLGS loan to these micro and small sectors? Thank you, sir.
Actually, out of 3 lakh crore, up till now, only 1,20,000 crore disbursement is there. So there is no problem. Any micro industries coming under this head, if they need finance, now the finance is available. There is no problem. But if your bank is not cooperating to you, kindly come to our portal, that is a champion, and where we can resolve your problem. So presently money is not the problem. If suppose anywhere problem with the bank, kindly come to it. We will resolve that.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you, sir. So the next question is from Pooja Garg, Flow Chairperson, Lucknow.
Sir, good morning. Sir, my question to you is, so Uttar Pradesh has always been a hub for industries like Kanpur, Muradabad, Varanasi, Agra, and now Noida. Well, there is a push for setting up new industrial areas, which are an absolute must. There is no money being deployed to upgrade existing industrial areas, especially improve logistic infrastructure and road infrastructure in old industrial areas. Can we request the ministry to look into this, as it will directly help the number of MSMEs?
अब मैं भी कानपुर से लखनऊ एक्सप्रेस हाईवे बना रहा हूँ, उसके आजू बाजू में मैं लैंड लेने के लिए तैयार हूँ. आपके यहाँ से प्राइवेट एंटरप्रेन्योर एसोसिएशन आइए और वहाँ स्मार्ट सिटी, स्मार्ट विलेज, वाटर, पावर, ट्रांसपोर्ट, कम्युनिकेशन सबकी मदद होगी. प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना में घर बनेंगे, स्कूल बनेंगे, हॉस्पिटल बनेंगे। आप इनिशिएटिव लेकर आगे आइए, वहाँ अच्छा बनाइए। अब कानपुर की स्थिति अच्छी नहीं है, तो आप अगर इस प्रकार के छोटे छोटे इंडस्ट्रियल क्लस्टर बनाने के लिए एसोसिएशंस आगे आएगी तो हम आपको सहयोग करने के लिए तैयार हैं, और उसमें अच्छे अच्छे एरिया बन जाएंगे, अच्छी स्मार्ट सिटी बनेंगे, आपके प्रॉब्लम भी रिजॉल्व हो जाएंगे। वी आर ओपन फॉर दैट।
Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
thank you, sir. So, as a chairperson for Flow Kanpur, I really look forward to taking this conversation further with your ministry. Kanpur city really needs to revive its industrial area. Thank you once again for this. My next question is from Malu Natarajan, Flow chairperson, Mumbai.
Good morning, Minister. During the 2020 budget, Ms. Sitaraman proposed building warehouses at taluk level. Can the government allot subsidized warehousing facilities to exporters, especially when the supply chain is being sorted out?
Already government is giving a lot of priority for making of storage systems, godowns, logistic parks, pre-cooling plant, and cold storage. The food ministry, food processing industries have got already good schemes.
Yeah.
We are giving subsidy to it, and this is very important sector where we need more new technology for export of vegetables, fruits, everything, and India has got the tremendous capacity for that. But now govern on different schemes. Already their schemes are there from the different ministry, and government is giving special subsidy for that. Still, our commerce ministry is planning for some logistic parks. Even in our own ministry, that is a road ministry, we are also making 12 logistic parks. One of the logistic park in Guwahati also we are making, by which we need to create more storage capacity. At the same time, for export of fruit and vegetable, we need pre-cooling plant, cold storage, refrigeration and cold storage technology also we need for that. And this is the highest priority from the government. Already lot of schemes are moving now from the different departments, and you will get the advantages.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Anita Sanas, Flow chairperson, Pune.
Namaskar, Sahib. You have mentioned before in your statements and in your speech today that India is doing its best to attract foreign companies to set up their base here. I would like to ask, how far along are we in this endeavor? And as Pune is an agricultural, industrial, and IT hub, how much will Pune and Maharashtra benefit from this?
पुण्यातच तर सगळं होऊन राहिलं. पुणे में ही इतना काफी इन्वेस्टमेंट, फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट आई है, ऑटोमोबाइल के ब्रांड आए हैं, पुणे के पास का इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया पैक हो गया है, सॉफ्टवेयर पार्क आ गए हैं. अब पुणे में तो प्रॉब्लम कंजेशन का है. अब पुणे के बजाय बाकी सिटी में डेवलपमेंट होनी चाहिए. और मैं आपको बताऊं, मैं जब महाराष्ट्र में मंत्री था तो मैंने मुंबई और पुणे के बीच में एक हाईवे बनाया.
Yes, sir.
मुंबई पुणे एक्सप्रेस हाईवे. अब उस समय अभी 2 घंटे में मुंबई से पुणे जाते हैं, पहले 8-8 घंटे लगते थे. पर अब इतना हो गया, इतना इंडस्ट्रियल पुणे में डेवलप हो गया है कि पुणे में भी काफी बड़े प्रमाण पर अब अर्बन प्रॉब्लम आए हैं. अब पुणे को लेकर जैसे मुंबई के लिए नई मुंबई बनी, तो वैसे पुणे के लिए नया पुणे बनना चाहिए, और वहां हमने कुछ डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन करना चाहिए. अभी अहमदनगर के पास ये जो कल्याण से जो रोड जाता है, वहाँ एक 5-1 लाख एकड़ जगह है, वो आइडेंटिफाई की थी और उसमें सस्ती भी है. वहाँ एक अच्छी नई सिटी डेवलप हो सकती है और जिसको पुणे से जोड़ा जा सकता है. तो मुझे लगता है थोड़ा सा कुछ जगह पर डेवलपमेंट जो हुई है वो होनी चाहिए, पर डेवलपमेंट का भी, इंडस्ट्री का भी डिसेंट्रलाइजेशन होना चाहिए. ये हमारे इकोनॉमी के लिए बहुत आवश्यक है, और निश्चित रूप से अभी ऐसे नए इंडस्ट्रियल क्लस्टर्स हम बना सकते हैं, बना रहे हैं. वैसे पुणे के पास सांगली, सोलापुर, सातारा, कोल्हापुर सब जगह पर काफ़ी अच्छी डेवलपमेंट हो रही है. और मुझे लगता है अब ये जो स्मार्ट सिटी, स्मार्ट विलेजेस के साथ हम स्मार्ट विलेजेस का प्रोग्राम भी लें, वो ज़्यादा अच्छा होगा. और पुणे, वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र में एग्रीकल्चर भी बहुत अच्छा है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर भी बहुत अच्छा है. मैं खुद मंत्री हूँ, करीब 1 लाख करोड़ के रोड बना रहा हूँ पुणे पश्चिम महाराष्ट्र के सेक्टर में. तो मुझे लगता है कि अब थोड़ा सा इंडस्ट्री का विकेंद्रीकरण करना अच्छा होगा, पुणे को भी डिकंजेस्ट करना चाहिए, बहुत ज्यादा सैचुरेशन हुआ है, जैसे कानपुर के प्रॉब्लम है वैसे पुणे के भी है। तो आप थोड़ा सा पुणे के बाहर आकर भी कुछ करने के लिए सोचिए, यही मैं आपसे अनुरोध करूंगा।
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, my next question is from Taruna Patel, Flow Chairperson, Ahmedabad.
Good morning, Honorable Sir. Can a vendors meet be organized to make more women entrepreneurs aware of this and even potentially register them as vendors for government projects? Or can we have a protocol for women entrepreneurs to enter as vendors in government projects? That's my question, sir.
ऑलरेडी परचेसेस में आपको प्रायोरिटी भी है, और कितने 3% वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर को भी है, और अभी उनके लिए पब्लिक प्रोक्योरमेंट पॉलिसी में आउट ऑफ 25% प्रोक्योरमेंट बाय सेंट्रल पब्लिक सेक्टर एंटरप्राइजेस मैंडेटेड फ्रॉम माइक्रो एंड स्मॉल एंटरप्राइजेस MSEs and 3% reserved for women entrepreneurs. Already it is there, and majority, I know that I don't have that statistic, but lot of comes, it is up to 1,500 crore something that there is the material purchased by government department from women entrepreneurs. The Mahila Coir Yojana is there also. That is with, we are giving 3,000 rupees as a stipend, and after training, the trained women artisan can avail financial assistance maximum up to 25 lakh for procurement of machinery and equipment under PMEGP. So we are now, our policy is to support women entrepreneurs, and we have a lot of good schemes, and we are ready to support you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Sir, my last question is from Manat Kothari, Flow Chairperson, Ludhiana.
Namaskar, sir. MSME Bank of Ideas Innovation and Research Portal was launched in April this year. How can we ensure that the information for this portal reaches out to all our members and they can take advantage of this? What role can Flow and its incubation cell play here?
Actually, this is a good question. My actually request to Honorable Chairman of FICCI, Ladies Wing, Ladies Organization, that we need to have a success story. Actually, previously, the FICCI has published this success story of women entrepreneurs and those who are doing excellent jobs in their fields. Somewhere the new innovation, new research, new technology, that our the Bank of Ideas and Innovation, we are receiving a lot of ideas, and there are a lot of people, they have interaction with the website, and from the website they are getting good ideas and they are using that idea. Now the website is open, ideas already, all ideas are there. You can take the advantage of all these things. If you have some more details and if you need some more help, you kindly approach to our Deputy Director of MSME. They will help you and they will support you.
Great, thank you, sir. We will really take this suggestion and take this forward. I would now like to request SG FICCI, Dilip Shenoy, to ask a question if he would like to ask the Honorable Minister.
No, thank you, Chairperson. I just want to thank the Minister for his address and his constant support to industry and to FICCI and to all of us. मंत्री जी, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आप हर टाइम जब आते हैं आप एक नया सोच लेके आते हैं और हमें इतना पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन में ले जाते हैं कि जब आपके साथ इंटरेक्ट करते हैं तो भूल जाते हैं कि हम कोविड के स्थिति में हैं. तो आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद कि आप आए और आपने सारे चेयरपर्सन्स का एक तरीके से हौसला बढ़ाया. धन्यवाद. Thank you. I didn't have a question, but just a total thank you.
Great. Thank you, sir. Nitinji, I would like to express my gratitude to you for taking out the time to address our concerns here today. We've had more than 1,000 members tune in into our YouTube to watch this webinar. Hearing you today gives all of us women entrepreneurs the hope that we will come out of this pandemic savvier, stronger, and successful. I would now like to call upon President FICCI Flow, Jahanvi Phukan, to present the memento on behalf of FICCI Flow. Jahanvi ji.
Yes, thank you. Namaste, Gadkari ji. And thank you for this very interesting talk with all my chapter chairs. We are here to learn from you and we are here to work together with you. I would like to share with you that FLOW has already taken steps of a virtual platform for the handicrafts and handloom sector. We have the virtual exhibition infrastructure that FICCI has built up. So FLOW sees itself as a hub and spoke for the e-commerce and the small entrepreneurial ventures who want to put up their sites, not only for the big Amazon ones, but the small ones should all find a platform with us in FLOW. That is the hope, and we will be coming forward with that in September this year. We will facilitate B2B as well as B2C. And we will work with organizations and institutions, both which can handhold the artisans at the grassroots, as well as the big designers on the larger platform. So we hope to be that hub spokes. And we wanted to tell you that FLOW has first industrial park for women in Hyderabad. We hope with your help, you will help us to reach out to the new satellite cities and the smart cities that you've talked about, sir. And then the smart villages, the smart cities. We do understand that the future of the country really lies in bringing Bharat and India together. So thank you very much, and we will be back to speak with you more and more often. May I present the memento?
Thank you.
Any word? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I would now like to call upon a National Senior Vice President, Ujjwala Singhania, to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Aarti. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of FLOW, I would like to thank Shri Nitin Gadkari, Minister of MSME Government of India, for giving us a valuable time and addressing us. The MSME sector is a critical component of India's growth history. And with your valuable guidance, it will definitely help in reviving the sector. My sincere thanks to past presidents, chapter chairs, and governing body members for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Aarti Gupta, chapter chair for FLOW Kanpur, for putting this wonderful session. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Namaste.
Thank
you.
Thank you, Gadkari ji, for taking out the time.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Congratulations to Team FLOW for